Good question. Certainly not Welsh. Certainly not. I do know how to say Rydw hoffi coffee, which is I like coffee, which is fact.
All my family is here, so I feel Cardiff is my home.
Most of my life I've been in UK and I was in Wales, so of course I could say yes, I'm Welshman as well.
Welcome to our new series where we'll be travelling across Britain visiting underreported Muslim communities. Today we're here in Cardiff in Wales and we'll be speaking to the Somali community.
Cardiff is a very popular place for the Somali diaspora. The large city, really is multicultural, very friendly people, the people here in Cardiff and the Welsh people. You'll find Cardiff is like a mini London.
Because of the war, people haven't got what they need, daily life. Some people, can't get food for their family. A lot of people became mentally ill. So when we saw the situation in there, that's why we started this charity.
I'm teaching the tailor for 12 years, but I'm doing this now in UK, in Cardiff, 2 years now. It's nice, yeah. Before I come here, I was thinking it's a nice community in Cardiff. It's a nice place, safety. My family's here. Yeah, my wife and my kids. I was Malaysia, Turkey, yeah, and Kenya also. I was living there.
Cardiff, I see her as a home, maybe because there's a lot of Somali community, familiar faces. And I always say, where is your family? That's where is your home. There is no restaurant you go and sit down as a Somali food restaurants or Yemeni. Most of it for men. So the girls and the women and the families, they don't have a space to go. If you want to try any of Somali foods or any Yemeni food, you have to go to London or Bristol, which is very difficult to find it in Cardiff.
My dad was a Somali seaman. My mum and my father had a conversation. My dad was at sea, so my dad was away for a long time. And then, they agreed to relocate here. I felt a familiarity because there's people who look like me, but I also felt it constrained me as a person. A healthy restriction in a sense, because being around people who have the same heritage, the same history or identity, it grounded me. They're really quite racist, but on low key, and not in an overt way, in a kind of like a passive way. And I've worked up close with them, and they certainly don't see me as well.
I grew up in a kind of more Caucasian community to begin with, an area called Tremorfa. It was very difficult because we were the only, probably second Somali family that was living there. So it was very, hard kind of with the racism and things like that we had to deal with. They're going to build apartments and flats here now, and they're going to attract the more corporate, middle-aged people to come here and live here. When majority of the housing behind me is all social housing. It's a real shame that all of this is happening. I am worried for the next 10 to 20 years what's going to happen in my community.
Certainly not Welsh. Certainly not.
I'm a British Muslim.
You can find the full story and more at hyphenonline.com, but stay tuned for our next episode of In Focus. Where will we be visiting next?